Welcome to this investment and trading online course. My name is Hassan Afifi, and over the next several videos, you're going to learn everything you need to know to invest and trade properly for consistent gains. My journey in the financial markets started in the mid-1990s as I was finishing my degree in economics. Since then, I have invested and traded for myself, as well as worked for many years as a market analyst, economist, and portfolio strategy advisor to some of the largest institutional investors in the world. And starting in the 1990s doesn't mean that I stopped there, but I have been through different market cycles, so the rise and fall of different new markets, and I have and still am learning something new every day. This course is meant to take you through all the knowledge and experience of a professional investor or trader, starting from the absolute basics and going all the way up to sophisticated strategies suitable for experts. The material I'll be covering here is going to be suitable for all asset classes, from equities to forex, commodities, indices, and crypto, and I'll talk about exact ways and strategies to trade in cash or margin, use options, CFDs, and much more. There are two main goals that this course tries to achieve. One, to clarify the basics of investing and trading in the financial markets through simple language, and two, to show the correct way to approach the financial markets for the best possible consistent outcomes. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. I'm confident that once you go through all the details in this course, you will be more than comfortable with the next steps. You'll just need to do a bit of work and then you're good to go. Whether you have absolutely no prior knowledge of financial markets, or you consider yourself to be an expert, if you want to make consistent gains investing or trading, this course is for you. It will take a bit of work, as I said, but your time going through this course will get your investment and trading up to the next level. I'll make sure I avoid technical speak as much as possible, and I'll try to make everything as clear and simple as much as I can. Please note that I cover quite a lot of material in this course, so some subjects may not go in depth, but it will certainly give you enough knowledge to get you going, as well as go through the details that give you the tools to make these consistent gains. If you find subjects that you want to know more about or you want to study a bit more, I recommend that you seek to improve your knowledge through reading books specific to that subject. The most important aspect of this course is that I will be sharing with you what institutional investors and traders do, which is information that you are unlikely to find in other videos, courses, or books. The reason for this is that this material is usually only covered within courses that are directed to professionals joining investment banks, so it is difficult to find it outside a very small circle. This is what will set you apart from the rest, and this is how you will start to make actual consistent gains in the markets. Do not skip any of the steps, even if you're an expert, since there will always be some details that you may have not known before, or maybe you will just need reminding of them so that the next steps make sense and you get the most out of this. I will go through all the steps that are suitable for long-term investment as well as intraday trading and everything in between. This will not just be a theoretical course, but I'll also be sharing actual tools to use, show practical examples of actual trades on different platforms used in different countries, go through the charting process of technical analysis, look at examples of what to look for in fundamental analysis, and much more. If you've searched online for trading or investing, you're likely to have come across several videos or articles talking about specific aspects of technical analysis. Some of them are quite questionable, but almost none of them explain the reasons behind the approaches or how to build this into a properly managed portfolio or a full-time source of income. Now, the first thing that I would recommend if you are serious about trading or investing properly is that you should consider doing this on a computer rather than on your phone or a tablet. You do not need multiple screens, but you will need at least one normal size computer screen to use all the different tools properly. We might not need this in the beginning, but once we start to get into the practical side of things, it will be much better if you do it on a computer. And at some point during the course, I'll show you my different multi-screen setups for ideas, in case this is something you're interested in. I have to emphasize that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, or just showing you how to make 100% gain on one trade or gamble all your money on some random tips. But this course is going to walk you through the full process of getting you to do this properly and consistently. I will also show you how to build your own portfolio that is suitable for your own goals, whether this is for regular income, long-term growth, or a combination of both. I'll also talk about some of the best ways to manage your risk in order not to lose what you have gained, which a lot lot of people tend to do. Actually, if you go on any broker's website, you'll see a warning about how 75 to 85% of retail traders lose their money. I want to make sure that you are one of the 15% who make money. Dealing with losses and the psychological part of trading and investing are keys to your success. When I started, I had my fair share of losses, and I learned how to deal with this and how to recover from these losses as well, which I will also be talking about during the course. Now, before I start, I would like to talk about a couple of myths. First, it is the myth that the financial markets are a place to make quick money. Of course, there are times that this can happen, but it doesn't happen without great risk. Those who make consistent profits in the financial markets over long periods of time, over years or decades, understand that there is a lot of work to be done in order to achieve such consistency. In the age of social media, where anyone can post random advice, it is becoming more difficult to know which material is right, which one is genuine, and which ones are just scams. Another myth that has been promoted by many is that it is complicated to invest or trade properly. And I am here to destroy this myth by showing you the ins and outs of what needs to be known and how it should be done in a very simple way. People who invest and trade in the financial markets without the proper background, or just by following what others are saying without understanding the basics, or knowing the reasons behind committing to certain ideas, are simply gambling. Investing and trading are not gambling, and you should always make sure that you completely understand what you're getting into. In order to do so, the time you spend going through the details in this course should give you a clear picture of what you should and shouldn't do to ensure that you're not gambling your money, but participating in the financial markets properly. Now, before I start the first lesson, I have to emphasize that this course includes all the information that you need to get going. The only catch, you have to commit to going through all the steps in the videos here. Take it seriously, take notes, and practice. And if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments section, and I'll be going through these regularly to answer as many as I can. To make sure you do not miss any of the lessons, please subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications so you can receive an alert once the next videos are uploaded. Now, let's start with lesson 1, the basics. And I will start from explaining the difference between investing and trading. When you invest, you commit to the long-term prospects of the market you're investing in. For example, if you are investing in a company, you become a shareholder in the business. Investing means that you are convinced of the business you are committing your money to. If you are investing in a company, you will want to understand the business, see that the company has the right product in the right markets, and be confident that the management can deliver on their promises. Once you're comfortable with the company you're going to invest in, the question arises, how much should you pay for it? In finance, when a company is being sold or bought, it needs to go through a valuation so that it can have a fair value that is agreed between the buyer and the seller. Valuing a company involves analyzing all the company details, including its assets, liabilities, market, management, growth potential, etc. These are what we call the fundamentals of the investment. We will talk more about fundamental analysis later. Once you have the fair value of the company, you can then start your negotiations to buy or sell your investment in the company. Now, trading is the act of buying and selling. It is completely different from investing, since your main role is being the middle person between the buyer and the seller. You are not interested in the long-term prospects of a company, for example, or even what it does, but you are interested in the market dynamics where you have interested buyers and sellers that you can benefit from going between them. Let's use real estate as an example to explain this. If you are buying a property to live in or to rent it out, you are investing in it. You will want to know all the details of the property and its proper value to you, whether it needs fixing or not, the area it's in, your neighbors, access to facilities, and so on. As a trader, you are the estate agent, but you have to buy the property before selling it. You are just the person going between the buyer and the seller. So you are interested in the market to know how much sellers are willing to sell for and how much buyers are willing to pay. And you make your commission by buying for lower price than selling it for. So you are looking for opportunities where you can see that the property market will be going up and that properties are cheap. So you buy in order to sell later. The property market dynamics are your main focus as a trader. Market dynamics can be stable, so you usually know how much profit to expect under normal market conditions, or The market can become more speculative, where there are certain events that may happen to change the supply and demand, making price movements more wide, potentially giving you more profits, but also potentially more risky. I hope you can now see the difference between investing and trading. In the next lesson, I will be talking about what we can trade and invest in, or what we call asset classes. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm confident your commitment to the lessons in this course will pay off massively and will change the way that you invest and trade to become more consistent. See you next lesson.